Hello, I am your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people. We are. We are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, Kingdom people. We are. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, shares, comments, feedback, emails. Thank you, Kingdom people, for all your financial contributions to my channel, for all the seeds you sow into me in my ministry, and for all the bookings, giving me the privilege to serve you all. I really do appreciate you all, Kingdom people. Thank you for all the purchases from my merch store as well, Kingdom people. Thank you. You all are so awesome. I really do appreciate you all, Kingdom people. Thank you. And so, Kingdom people, you already know what I'm here to do. And if you don't know, then now you know. I am here to drop this, beat this, word this message. Yeah. So, Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker, and you are chain breakers too. Are y'all ready to break these chains? Let's go. So listen up, Kingdom people. The prison doors are open. The prison doors are open. So, Kingdom people, here's what's going on here. God has set you free. God has set you free. God is setting you free. You're no longer bound. You're no longer, I want to say this, you're not stuck. So just let me share a little something with you. I was talking to a client, and the client expressed how they feel stuck. Now, what they also shared is how, they just man their business. They go about doing what they do. And I hear this quite often. But this one in particular just was interesting to me. She do what she do. She good at what she do. She handle her business. She mind her business. And, she received a lot of attacks because of who she is. But she was just saying that and then she ended up losing her job because she was so good at her job. They basically pushed her out of there. And so she said that she felt stuck. And it tickled me, not because it's funny. And I tend to laugh sometimes when I hear certain things, because it's not that I'm laughing at what's being said, but I know that you're not stuck. And I also know that that's what the enemy wants you to think. Furthermore, you're actually the opposite of stuck. You're free. The prison doors are open. So notice I said the place where this particular person was, the workplace, they pushed her out. That was God literally setting her free, opening the prison doors. And all she had to do was walk out and be free. But don't get me wrong, I get it. I get when you're not understanding what's going on. And I have had similar situations where in a workplace in particular, we have several of them, where they pushed me out. But I knew, it's like the first time I really experienced that, where it was so profound, I had to ask God, what's going on? It was not just that, it was a lot going on. And I had to pull over one day, I was driving. I had to say, God, what's going on? What's up? What are you up to? Because I just knew God was up to something, because it was too many things changing and happening. It seemed like chaos, but what God said, when I said, what's going on? What you doing? And he said, I'm taking you out of where you are so I can put you in your rightful place. And he said, you been believing, you been standing on it, you been declaring it, you been trusting me and just doing what I'm asking you to do. So I had to take you higher. And what happened was circumstances began to happen to where it literally pushed me out of where I was in several different situations. And like I said, I experienced this several times. Well, not just in the workplace, but even where I've lived. But each place, this is the thing, God uses you there. God uses you everywhere you're at. It's for a purpose. But the whole thing is, what I want to say too about both the workplace and where I lived, those things inspired me or motivated me. Not that it wasn't already there, but as far as the workplace, what has really happened was it made me stop working for people. Although where I would be, I was there to serve, I was doing the work, I also knew that I was supposed to do my own thing. And so it put me in a position where literally I got to a place I can't work for nobody no more. I couldn't, because I kept experiencing the same similar thing over and over. And I just couldn't. It was just over with. Same thing with places I've lived. It has motivated me to go for what I want. Not that I wasn't already, but the only thing is where it keeps you in an alignment with where God is taking you. It makes you align more and more with where God is taking you. Because when you experience these things in certain places, in certain kind of environments, it's literally God pushing you to where you're going. He's saying that the prison doors are open. And when you experience calamity, sometimes that's the prison door open. Sometimes, like I said before, sometimes you can feel stuck. You're not stuck. You're never stuck. The only reason why you're stuck or you feel stuck is because you're not understanding what's going on around you, what God is doing, and you're not taking the proper actions. You're never stuck, because all you have to do is remove yourself from situations, and God literally opens the doors. He literally makes the ways for you. And so, kingdom people, God is saying that the prison doors are open. Now here, Acts 5:19 says, be an angel of the Lord. I'm sorry. Be an angel of the Lord, but it actually says, but an angel of the Lord came at night, opened the gates of the jail, and brought them out. Then he told them, go to the temple and give the people this message of life. Now, this scripture is what precedes this scripture is where the apostles were ministering to the people, and they were put in jail because of it. The Sadducees and the Pharisees and whatever, them ones, they locked the apostles and the ministers up for ministering to the people, doing the work of the Lord. But what happened was an angel came and said that the doors are open. All they had to do was walk out. So what this is here is that even though, see, what's happening is this: when you're doing God's work, when you're on your proper path, when you're on your proper journey, I'm hearing you're at the right place at the right time. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just because something ain't going right, or people not liking what you're doing, or they coming against what you're doing, and in this case, they were in prison, they were put in jail, don't mean that you're doing the wrong thing. In this case, it's because you're doing the right thing. But it says the angel of the Lord came at night, opened the gates of the jail, and brought them out. So even though they're trying to put you in jail, God let you right out because you're not stuck. You're not stuck. The prison doors are open. I don't care who trying to put shackles on you, who trying to put you in prison, who trying to put you in a box, who trying to keep you down, who trying to shrink you. God says the prison doors are open. You free. And remember, this scripture speaks specifically about when you're doing what God is telling you to do. So, regardless, again, of what's happening, what it look like, listen, you can live somewhere, you can work somewhere, you can I don't know. Those are just the main ones that keep coming to me, but it can be anything. It can be anything. But I'm just getting, that's what many of you are experiencing or have experienced. They might not like you because of what you do, because you're doing the work of the Lord. They might think they putting you in prison, trying to muffle you, shut you up, all that. But God is saying the prison doors are open. God come right along and say, not my child. Acts 16:26 says, suddenly there was a massive earthquake, and the prison was shaken to its foundations. all the doors immediately flew open, and the chains of every prisoner fell off. Now, this scripture, this was where these were real prisoners that were in prison because of their actual wrongdoing. They were doing their sentence, their time, their jail time. There was an earthquake, and in this earthquake, the jail doors were open. But what had happened was, after this scripture, what happened is the prisoner, when he seen that the jail gates were open, he was actually getting ready to kill himself. And one of the prisoners said, "Wait a minute, the jailer was going to kill himself because he thought that the prisoners had escaped because the prison doors were open, and he knew it was off with his head." His superior was going to take him out. He was in big trouble. But one of the jailers said, "Wait a minute," stopped him from killing himself. He drew his sword to kill himself. The prisoner said, "Wait a minute, we still here." They didn't even leave. The prison doors were open, and they didn't even leave. Now, I'm going to come back to that in 1 minute. But let me go on and say what happened from here. After the prisoner said, "No, we're still here," this jailer went to Silas and Apostle Paul, and he kind of bowed down and said, "What do I need to do to be saved?" So his life was changed, because even though they were prisoners, they didn't escape. What they were really doing was saving his own life. They were saving his life, but it caused him to actually receive Jesus. Okay. That is the case in many situations. People try to put you in prison, do all this stuff and the other, but this is the thing here. You don't fight back. That's the key here. For this point that I'm making here, you don't try to do anything. You don't try to, not that you're supposed to stay in prison, but remember, you leaving the prison, you were still free. You were still okay. You was free to go. You just didn't. But here's the thing about these ones. Them ones, the prison doors was open, but they didn't even want to be free. Now, let me go here. God is saying that there are some people that you know of. You are on your proper path. They the ones that were trying to put you in prison for doing the work of the Lord. So that's you for Acts 5:19. But God said, the angel of the Lord came and said, the prison door's open. Come on up out of here. You ain't in prison because you're doing the work of the Lord. Now, Acts 16:26 is your enemies, them ones who are jailed for good reason. And this is the thing, kingdom people, even though they have been in prison, I won't even, when I say for good reason, yeah, they have done some things, but so have we all. Now, them ones tend to go too far. They tend to go slip over into evil and just be doing too much. So they actually imprison themselves by continuously participating and partaking in evil, in darkness. So they are in prison. And what has happened is God is wanting to set many of these ones free. And as we already know, in order to be set free, you have to just turn from your ways and do what God is asking you to do. Stop the evil. Stop the evil ways. Follow God. Follow Christ. And do what God is asking you to do, what he's telling you and instructing you to do. But what has happened, kingdom people, these ones, because they don't want to do that, or they're not doing that, God is setting them free. The earthquake, it has been an earthquake in the earth. And God is setting them free, but they won't leave. They're still sitting there. And what they're doing, well, I don't want to go into that part. Let me just keep it right here. God is sending many people in your life, or that you know of. And what God was showing me specifically this morning is family members. Many of you have family members and loved ones. And many times these are your elders. These are your elders. And they're stuck in their ways. They're stuck, mentioned this before, stuck in a curse. They're unfortunately weak vessels that the enemy, the demons have inhabited. And so they're stuck And many of you know what I'm talking about because you see it. You know, they stuck in their ways. They have these spirits on them. And many times these ones are the ones that's trying to, I just heard cop block you, you know, trying to do whatever they're trying to do. And I'm hearing, and many times it's very passive aggressive. Now, sometimes these people are not even aware of what they're doing. Many times they are, but that spirit has taken over them. They're hosting demons. At least one, but some of them have several. You know, you got to remember, if you're not getting set free from demons, they're multiplying. If you don't nip your issues in the bud, they become demonized. And if you keep participating and practicing certain actions and behavior that are demonic, then you're stuck. You're in prison. And so God is saying that these people can be free. The prison doors have been open. Christ has came so that we can be free. Some of these people profess Christ, kingdom people. Some of these people have positions. They have I don't even want to say authority, maybe in the church, because really they don't. They just have titles, is what God has given me. But kingdom people, they're still in prison. They're still in prison. And God is saying that the prison doors are open. And I'm literally hearing how you open the doors to the church. It really represents coming to Christ, receiving Christ, surrendering all to Him. And what's happening is because these ones are not completely surrendered to Him, the prison doors are open, but they're still in prison. They're just still sitting there. Now, some of these ones, God was literally showing me that you just have to love them where they are, because sometimes that thing can be so thick and deeply embedded, and especially when they're elders. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new trick? Well, I don't completely believe that, because I believe anybody that really want to turn their life around can and will. It's not the easiest thing to do. You have to remember, some of these people, like I said, they have certain things. I'm hearing rituals. They're under rituals. They're under spell work. These things have been passed down on them. And again, it's not easy to overcome and get free from, even though you can. But that's work. That's a responsibility. And many times people not only don't want to do that, but God is literally giving me that some of these people are just weak. So that's why when the prison doors are open, they just sit there, because they're weak and they don't want to go out and face being free. Being free. Just think about people that are in jail, the ones that want to be in jail, so to speak. They get free food. They feel like they're taken care of. They don't have no freedom, but they don't have to take no responsibility for anything. It's free housing. You know, it's all a mentality. And so God is saying some of these ones that you see that are just, I want to say stuck, but they don't have to be, but they choose to be, because being free is too much. It's work. But God is saying, you know, He's saying the prison doors are open, but they don't want to walk out of them. And God is saying, He showed me this morning, you have to just love many of them where they are, because they are not as strong as you. And it is what it is. It's no shade to them. But think about this. That's why they throw shade at you. That's why they try to block you. All those are signs of weakness. Anytime someone is trying to keep you from moving forward into what God has for you, stop you, block you, try to make you feel somebody kind of way, break your spirit, all those kind of things are all signs of weakness. These people deal with internal weaknesses for whatever reason. They are bound. They are in prison. The prison doors are open, yet they are not strong enough to walk out those prison doors. But God is saying that the prison doors are open. Okay, kingdom people? Okay. So, kingdom people, I'm going to let that rest right there. I'm hoping I'm making sense. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this from Kingdom People. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, if you are interested in purchasing something from my merch store, if you are interested in sowing a seed to me and my ministry, supporting the channel, you can find all that information right down below in the description box. And so, yeah, Kingdom People, we are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, Kingdom People, we are. Kingdom People, I love you all so very much. I don't know what I would do without you, Kingdom People. Kingdom People, I really do appreciate you being here with me, spending this time. Y'all know I don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold you down, Kingdom People. Now, with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom People, that is my time. Jesus girl, she's out. Peace.